Think of this. An analysis of government data reveals that the majority of additions to the Indian treasure trove happened in the past 10 years. That's from 2014 to 2023, where as many as 344 artifacts were retrieved from foreign countries. Long after the colonists have retired, there still remains a flourishing multi-billion-dollar black market in stolen antiquities. Serendipitous discovery is rare, such as this story from 2018 Met Gala, when Kim Kardashian took a photo in a sparkling golden gown, twinning with a resplendent golden mummy. The photo drew attention to, the mummy, which was then detected to have been smuggled out of Egypt, unnoticed in the chaos of the 2011 Arab Spring, making its way to New York's August Metropolitan Museum of Art. There's been an established pattern of theft and trafficking of valuable art and artifacts from poorer countries in Asia and Africa to richer nations in the West, either directly by colonizing forces or in more recent times through a sophisticated network of smugglers. In his book, The Anarchy, the East India Company, Corporate Violence and the Pillage of an Empire, and in various other places, writer and historian William Dalrymple has called out the looting of thousands of priceless objects from India to Britain by the employees of the trading East India Company. He says, and I quote, "The company's conquest of India almost certainly remains the supreme act of corporate violence in world history." So folks, you'd be surprised today to see that we're discussing thieves and thefts today. Funny actually, to a great extent. But there lies a deeper cause, validating the narrative for today's discussion. Through today's video, we like to answer 3 questions. The first, why and how were the artifacts stolen in the first place? The second, what has the government done about these thefts? And third, what is the current status quo? How can we not discuss Kohinoor when we're talking about stolen artifacts of India? The Kohinoor, first found in written records in 1628, has long been the subject of acrimony between India and its former colonizer, with a persistent demand by the Indian government and its citizens for its return. As a piece in India's Mint newspaper explains bluntly, the main controversy around the diamond is that the British gave an impression to its younger generation that the Kohinoor was a gift from India and make no official mention of the violent history behind acquiring it. With a lot of thefts and illegal smuggling happening across the globe, the underlying fact that pushes for such trades in the first place is power. Britain, historically being the leading colonizer, has had colonies across the globe. But what was the reason to take these artifacts? And more importantly, why are they still holding on to them? Well, it's to showcase their power and more so their authority after they've left the implored geographies. This lets out a statement to the larger world that even after they've left, they still have a long-lasting impact in terms of control over the colonized world. But why did this piece suddenly take importance? For centuries now, India has endured the unfortunate plight of enduring invasions and colonization, resulting in the loss of its invaluable cultural artifacts. These relics were pilfered and clandestinely transported to foreign shores. Moreover, colonizers appropriated numerous culturally significant Indian artifacts, relocating them to their own nations, collections and museums. The collaborative push for restoration and repatriation stems from 2 pivotal factors. Foremost is the worldwide drive to acknowledge the historical legacies of nations like India, once colonized, and to facilitate the return of their cultural artifacts. Additionally, effective inter-country dialogues and nurtured diplomatic ties significantly bolstered repatriation success. Between 2004 and 2009, only 1 idol was claimed, indicating a lack of commitment from the government during the time. In a notable contrast, from 1976 to 2013, a mere 13 antiquities were returned to the nation. In a span of just 9 years, from 2014 to 2023, by successfully retrieving 344 artifacts, India achieved what it hadn't accomplished in the previous decade, successfully repatriating a substantial number of its cultural treasures. The government has put in sustained efforts to bring back the artifacts and what is rightfully ours back into the country. In June 2016, United States Attorney General Loretta Lynch handed over 200 stolen artifacts valued at $200 million to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The returned artifacts included idols such as a male deity from Madhya Pradesh's Khajuraho from the 12th century and a bronze sculpture of Lord Ganesha that was removed from a temple in Tamil Nadu. In 2016, a total of 7 sculptures and antiquities were successfully retrieved from the USA, including Saint Manikavi Chavakar, Goddess Parvati, Lord Ganesha, Goddess Budhvi, Bahubali, a floral tile from Kashmir, and a male deity from central India. In 2018, 2 significant artifacts were reclaimed from the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. The goddess Mahishasur Mardani sculpture from Baijnath in Kumayu, Uttarakhand, and the Bodhisattva head from Nagarjuna Konda in Andhra Pradesh. The goddess Mahishasur Mardani sculpture from Baijnath symbolizes Durga's triumph over the buffalo demon Mahishasur, embodying strength, courage, and protection. The Bodhisattva head from the Ikshvaku period represents compassion and enlightenment in Mahayana Buddhism. This artifact, showcasing serene and detailed artistry, highlights Nagarjuna Konda's role in spreading Buddhism and its cultural significance in ancient Indian art. In July 2023, the USA returned a significant collection of 105 trafficked antiquities to India. In December 2016, 3 sculptures were successfully retrieved from the National Gallery of Australia in Canberra. The seated Buddha from Mathura, Uttar Pradesh, devotees of Buddha from the Amravati region in Andhra Pradesh, and goddess Prityangira from South India. The financial year 2019-20 saw the Archaeological Survey of India successfully retrieving 4 artifacts from Australia, including a metal idol of Lord Nataraj, stolen from the Kulasekar Mudiyar Sivan temple in Tamil Nadu, and 3 sculptures, a pair of door guardians or Dwarpala of the 15th to 16th century belonging to Tamil Nadu, a serpent king or Nagraj of the 8th to 9th century belonging to central India. The metal idol of Lord Nataraj, retrieved in 1920, symbolizes India's cultural, religious, and artistic heritage, representing Shiva's cosmic dance. It exemplifies Chola craftsmanship and intricate iconography. Its return to India ensures cultural preservation, public education, and honors centuries-old traditions and belief. Reclaiming these artifacts preserves India's cultural heritage, making them accessible for study and appreciation. Cultural repatriation connects local communities with their heritage and ensures proper preservation. See, these artifacts serve as educational tools for future generations, enriching public knowledge of India's history and artistic achievements, which also contribute to the broader understanding of global heritage. The government over the years has significantly put in efforts to retrieve and revive these artifacts. Consistent efforts have been put in to get these artifacts back to the country, back home. As mentioned earlier, already more than 300 valuable idols and sculptures have found their way back home to India. Efforts are underway to get back more. Hopefully, if this is done consistently, over time, one day we may be able to get back the Kohinoor once and for all, as well as the other exquisite idols currently locked up in captivity in institutions like the British Museum. This is Shreevar. See you in the next one.